Anyone else not update Chrome until the little update button goes red? Thank you, Alex. What did you get? Did that work? Oh, your hat needs new panels. Yep, there we go. You got
It's on now?
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, God, Lord.
Sorry, guys. This is our first one.
We do have sound. I just don't know if it's the right sound. It is. Okay.
It's underwater.
I got home.
Make a weird noise, Nicole.
Tin cup sound. It should be the right one. Yeah, it is. Okay.
So,
I
we might be the ones who are a little off.
I pushed it tonight because I got home at like 10 after 5, and I was like, I have time for a nap. So, my brother, who, one of the best things he ever taught me, my brother's incredibly smart, and he looks at all of this is how you should take care of your body. And granted, he's the one who's always sick,
right.
But he was like, the perfect length of a nap is 24 minutes. And I was like, oh. And it usually takes me like right around 3 minutes to fall asleep. So I set a timer for 27 minutes, and it's perfect.
Wow. Okay.
But that did not leave me much time to get ready for the stream. So I was rushing a bit.
Wow.
27-minute nap. Best thing ever.
Jeez. What, let's see. I saw Matt said something. Oh, if you put those axles on and then take them off, are they technically recycled?
Tonight we are installing the things that I couldn't talk about last week, and that is the new
take a nap during
axles.
The show. You might have to. we are in allergy season, ladies and gentlemen. So
yeah,
man,
we're getting there, but yeah, it's a bit of a.
Oh, good. Robbie Chapman, hello from Sacramento, at home watching with Noah.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations.
If you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, we're installing the new HD44's onto the truck that will be the mullet truck. But this is the one that I've been working on the cage for. Well, the cage is underneath of that body. That's not how it'll be in there, but it was just resting there for fitment.
Hello from Chile. Our friend from Estonia is here.
Alar.
He went to a hobby shop, saw his new truck, and didn't buy it yet. An F-150 High Trail.
Just went to visit it.
Yeah.
Hello, I'll be back later.
Okay, I'm coming back for you.
Cage work's been going well. This is the project that last week I was talking about, wanting to include people in, and I've got a nice group of guys that are all making good progress and doing really well with it. So once this project's done, though, I will have all the files up so that anybody can do it as well. But so far, it's just going and working so well with the group that I'm super happy. But yeah, the cage is going fantastic. I've got all the parts to do the slider part. So like we'll be stripping this truck down a little bit further tonight to get prepared for that.
No champagne and no five-panel running hat. Don't think this live stream's for me. We know that's what you tune in for when you're getting on an RC channel. That's for sure.
Fashion advice.
Uh-huh.
And yeah. I mean, champagne is not out of the question on this channel.
Yeah, right. But
it's going to be cheap. I promise you that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've never had any other kind. I don't know.
I like my champagne like I like my women. Like I like my women.
Bubbly?
Yeah.
Champagne.
Dry.
That's, Alex said I rely on this channel for all my fashion needs. Hey, buy a t-shirt. Yeah.
Free.
Support the channel. Let's see. Good evening, all. I'm debating on getting those new Rock Jock axles for that build. I got a complete D44 set that I thought I was going to throw on, and now this releases.
Ooh, D44s are pretty sick. I wouldn't mind a D44 rear, HD44 front. It is hard to choose though.
Meets her. Hey, saw you slumming it at Brock's RC a while back.
Brock did some live streams, so I was like watching one of his streams
Fun.
while I was working on something the other day.
Nice. Yeah, not from France. That's definitely me. Whoa.
Wait, that's not right. What?
I don't know. It like.
Ooh, ruh-roh. Hopefully I don't have to fix that.
Never debate about buying axles. Flip a coin. Heads you buy. Tails you still buy.
Tails you also buy.
I don't like that.
If the video wigs out, I'll fix it, but I'm guessing that it's my HDMI output from the camera.
You're good at barf, but recovered. How much difference between the D44 and HD44?
Not a lot. They're all kind of style options. They're going to be very similar otherwise.
I like my women like I like my boots, dirty and supportive. There you go. Oh, Racing Case says the heads and tails is just for color choice. I love it. Oh, good catch. What was that?
As clumsy as you are, it's that light. I got to replace it. Got to replace it.
I have great hands.
Nicole does have.
Yeah, I don't
She
know.
can catch well. She is uncoordinated as they come, but she can catch.
I don't know why. Yeah.
I think it's just because you drop things so often that you're always practicing catching them.
Right. I did catch him.
I don't move very fast.
I'm sorry. Dr. President Legend Buck Dandy. Like, oh, that's almost hard to get through. I like it, though. Yeah, clumsy with reflexes like a cat. It works out. What's up, guys? SCX24 trailer looks like an impulse buy.
Yeah, and honestly, I've had a lot more fun. I took it to the office and we have it on the conference table. And we'll just be sitting there like trying to back it up around the
Perfect. I mean, what else? What's it for? When are you restocking them?
Restocking what?
The axles.
Oh, more went up today. So did you check today?
I don't know. I'm torn between the black and the clear, but I think I'll end up getting the black HD44's. Nice.
Yeah. Black is probably the most scale. I usually run clear because so you can see them. That's really the biggest deciding factor for me.
What kind of grease do you or are you going to use on those axles?
I really just use the Vanquish grease. I'm not wild picky on grease, but the grease that comes with the Vanquish kits or that you can get separately works really well for me. I've never had a problem, so always what I run.
What is the? Oh, this is a 4-day. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my 4 dice that I'm.
Oh, the rear blacks are sold out.
Ah.
Is the SCX2 of Axel's version dead?
I don't know that for sure. The rear version of it is 100% dead.
You murdered it?
Murdered it. It's gone. Discontinued.
Thank you for your donation, Scott Oblander.
Hey, Scott. Thanks, sir.
Just here for the sweet discount code for the budget build.
I do have some decisions to make there. How much do I stretch my own rules?
Went to the guillotine. Front clears are sold out and rear blacks are sold out.
Jeez.
I don't know. Cold school scale crawlers. Cue old. I can't tonight. I bloody made it for once. Well, we're welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here.
Matt said, "I'm listening, you cheater." Not watching, just listening, huh? Have my purple HD44 axles and wheels shipped yet?
Right. Okay. So.
New HD44's come factory flex sealed or not? I thought of you today. I saw a commercial for flex seal duct tape. And it comes in like this huge ass roll, and it's like that wide, and they like made this boat out of it. But I'm pretty sure even I could tell it was like CGI'd. And I mean, not that Flex Seal is like, you know, the craziest with budget, but maybe they are. I don't know.
I mean, they made a whole car once for a commercial,
right?
So.
They're like, right. Thank you, David Ferris. Queensland scale. I can't.
It's okay.
Yeah, it looked like old, like it looked like it was supposed to say old.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. When you guys were kids, did you also make a boat out of cardboard for school?
Ooh, no.
Wouldn't cardboard just get wet and sink?
Yeah, it's probably like a race thing. Like that's the point. You're supposed to make it. In college, though, we did concrete canoes.
No one went to college. No one cares.
Your mom went to college.
Your mom went to college. No one cares about your stupid college projects. God. Okay, well, yes, Queensland. Well, I hope you got a kick out of Cold.
We have a friend who lives in Artesiwa, too, so maybe you guys know. Maybe they're nearby.
Our friend Chris Gasca, hello, from Salinas Valley Scalar. See you guys next week at the ASD event. Absolutely.
Yep, hope you guys are there. And if you are going, on Friday, Schultz and I have a little mini event going. It's a mini Crawl Masters. You need a truck with 4.3-inch tall tires or smaller. And you get to be on Team Schultz or Team Harley. And little competition to go.
Oh, Dr. President Legend Buck Dandy is making the trek from Louisiana for ASD, apparently.
He's on the campaign tour.
Love watching you from the wine tasting room, hoping people interrupt the stream. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Please say no winch required.
I don't think a winch is required, but I do think you're allowed to use it. I think it would be beneficial.
Isn't that your thing? Well, Josh just...
We didn't write the rules.
Oh, okay.
We are hosting one team or the other. And so.
ASD is the Autism Awareness Crawl.
Yep.
That is next weekend
at Bear River Lake Resort.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We're Crawl for the Cure?
Correct.
Okay. That's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. That is one of the most beautiful and serene little mountain lakes I've ever been to. Like, if you just want to go for the beauty of it, like, it's worth it because that place is gorgeous.
Bring your own supplies, though, because their general store burned down this week.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. A kitchen fire.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah. Perry G had sent me that with the day it happened, and I was like, oh. And I waited for info from ASD, and they posted up like, yeah, everything's good. We'll all be there. So.
Let's see. Vanquish should do a servo winch delete plate to mount electronics up front.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Ryan Davis said, just got done letting my 4-year-old niece and 7-year-old nephew drive my 6-scale honcho. My nephew did good, but my niece not so much. Well, there's Phoenix.
Hey.
So glad to see you. We've missed you, our friend. And hit the like button. Bob Brad, what's Mama in the kitchen cooking? Damn it, meth again.
Yeah, that was it was too bad that the little kitchen fire. They think it's a kitchen fire that caused it. So unfortunate, of course, but the good news is that it didn't cause any damage. You know, it didn't spread because they're in a forest area, and forest fires are obviously of much concern in California. So the good news was that everything was still okay, and they got it under control, and they can still have their venue functioning.
Hi, Joe. I wish I could do ASD. My son has autism and loves watching y'all with me. Oh, that's amazing. Let's see. Oh, Eric, I'll bring plenty of crustables.
Uncrustables. Make sure they're uncrustables.
Just bringing the crust.
Yeah.
Brock's here. Hello, fam. I'm assuming bought Armless Palmer ice from Liquid Death. I hope that stuff is disgusting.
Not. It's so good.
It is the grossest
This
thing
one's
I've ever had.
It's so good. The Armless Palmer specifically is so good.
Let me try it. You know what I'm gonna do, right?
Every time.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh my god, that is terrible.
No, it tastes just like an Arnold Palmer.
Just go get you some tea and lemonade, babe. Those are like $2 a thing. Is there supposed to be bubbles? Because it is not carbonated. Like, nothing about that is carbonated. No one can sell me on this. This is a flying cars of drinks.
We're having one of the stars of Flying Cars on next week. On the live stream on Wednesday.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Have they seen the show? I'm not joking. Why? How? What?
Well,
what?
Technically, he made a cameo.
Oh, this isn't stupid.
I'm just saying. But one of the people featured in Flying Cars will be on the show. So, I'm just saying, be prepared.
Yeah.
We sent in our interview request. It was accepted.
I want to know what's going on here.
What do you mean?
I don't know. There's some like fuckery happening behind the scenes that you guys, like you saying that if that was for real, you'd be like, hey, like.
You're saying fuck. There's some fuckery afoot.
There is some fuckery afoot. Yes, there is. Joker510714, thank you for your donation. Hi, Nicole. Hi, all. Hello, my kind sir. Josh leaving me for a high school girl is like the least of my worries.
That sounds awful.
I know, right?
I don't even check text messages anymore. Like
oh, that sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
Love your latest videos you've done. You got me subscribed from them. Keep it up. Great job. Thank you,
Thank
Nelly
you.
RC. Some Josh foolery. How is Bullman built, RC?
How is what?
Carl said, yeah, I know. I text you all the time. You never reply.
If I don't see the text when it's in my hand, it's not.
Right, agreed, Moose Jaw. Someone from Team Associated doesn't count. Yeah, Schultz doesn't count. We want the hobby shop owner. So many questions. As long as Josh doesn't bring home an RC8, Nicole's. You know what, Art? You are 100% on the nose on that one. That is for sure.
Yeah, that would be your bigger concern.
Hey, this is Throttle from Seattle, Washington.
Hello, Throttle.
Hi.
What a convenient name to have.
His name's Mikey Bundy.
Oh.
I'm betting it was the mechanic. Yeah, let's take bets. Can you make a poll on... Oh, wait. No, you guys just let me know who you think it is. I'm like, wait, how can I get their opinion on it? What would be the mechanism for that?
Maybe it's this texting
Maybe
that they
it's
keep.
this chat that I have sitting in front of me.
Like we said, we're both having allergy issues.
I know.
We're foggy.
Welcome in, Travis Gilmore. So, Josh got permission to interview the RC8 from the movie. Darius Kittredge, greetings from Central Massachusetts.
Central Mass.
William RC4. I might have to buy Josh an RC. I don't even know what an RC8 is. I don't really. But, like, I just don't want any more. Anymore. Waylon, Rob, you guys are having way too much fun. We try. Is Vanquish going to release the standard 6% OD ratio lightweight gears for the VFD or only the 21%?
Only the 21%.
Does their character name rhyme with Rachel? There's no way.
We've been texting a lot, and
My buddy has a construction company. I can snag a few sheets of plywood. What did Emmett was doing something about a bike the other day, and I asked him if he took it over, and he sweet jumped, and I hear my sister-in-law in the background be like, and he was like, no.
no, I was being very safe, actually.
But when she like laughed, and I was like, okay, somebody got it, thank you. Yeah, no. She gets it. But... Oh, Throttle is a name I got in Throttle Motorcycle Club I was in, and I was a well-known student underneath Mike Lavelle, isn't it?
Where?
Best airbrush artist in the world.
He was the guy who did the True Fire stuff, right? Didn't he die recently? To help bring the show down a little bit?
Yeah, I should.
I know, my bad. God. Way to be a buzzkill.
Is it the love child resulting from the motel stay? I was like, what is? I was like, what am I reading? Like, what is this going back to? Yes, he was the best True Fire airbrush guy.
Yeah, I remember that. That guy was
amazing. Well, we're
wild
happy to have you,
yeah.
Throttle.
Wild, talented dude.
Yeah. Sookie.
What's up, Suck?
I can't.
She wanted nothing to do with me when I got home, but all of a sudden now.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Like, are we...
What?
Bunch of puppies. What? His cats know when you need a nap.
Oh, man.
He said, yeah, he died a couple years ago. Now all I do is work on RCs. All right. That's all.
That's all the rest.
That's all anyone else does as well. I guess I need to get an RC. If you're bored, get an RC. My cats are so spoiled. Yes, they are. Yeah.
Go. Are you impressed yet? Don't act like you're not entertained.
I'm super impressed. I'm just... Yeah, I bet our friend Throttle now can paint a sick RC body, right? Let's see. Whoa! Now they're going. What thread lock does Vanquish put in the kits?
It's non-permanent. It's the same as like blue Loctite brand, but it's a gel based and yada yada yada. I'm really tired. I think I say that all the time, and I don't think anybody ever really gets the reference.
What?
Yada yada yada, and I'm really tired.
Seinfeld?
Yeah, that's what it's from, but like I just don't think, I think that show, or that...
Yeah, everyone says yada yada.
No, I know, but like...
Whoop. Okay.
I broke it.
Oh.
We're still... Sure.
Okay. Tonight is not our night.
It's just a real good representation.
Okay.
We're making progress at the very least.
Now let me go back up.
I think the problem actually is the HDMI port on the on my Sony camera rather than the actual cord moose jaw, which is a worst case scenario. I have a cable clamp on it, so there's no pressure. So like, but I still move the camera around a lot because taking cards in and out and all that. But I would rather not replace my camera. But I could always have it sent in for repair.
Right? There's Kevin Gonzalez, stranger. Hola to the classiest couple on YouTube. I don't know if we can fill those shoes. Question: what needs to be done on a Portal VS410 going to straight?
I would recommend changing your gearing on the transmission. Change the pinion and spur. Go from the 52-15 to like a 56-13. Is a good good starting point there. That's really it, though. You know, shock length and things like that. That's all on you. As far as, you know, what's going to be, how you want your truck to sit and stance, because you will drop the ride height by 13 millimeters going to from portals to straights.
Well, I was going to ask you another one, but then somebody answered it. What kind of knuckles are you using and gears inside of those axles?
These are the SCX-10-2 knuckles, which drop right onto the F10s. And I just use the stock gears and shafts out of the Fordyce.
Josh got the Fordyce run it like it is, or do I change anything?
I mean, you can run it like it is, and it's fantastic. If you want to change anything, put a little weight in the front. And, you know, just go from there. A little bit of weight in the front of that truck really makes it pretty sweet.
Did he show you his Hot Wheels yet? No. He does not show me his Hot Wheels.
Nicole doesn't get excited over my Hot Wheels.
No.
You'd think she would, but...
You would think, but... No. I don't.
am missing...
I have enough toy trucks that I don't play with in this house.
I've lost a bearing somehow.
Oh my.
No, it's still in the axle. Oh, there's both of them. I need both of those.
What do you think, honestly, of the new FureTech truck? Got mine coming.
I mean, for a 1/24th scale, it seems like something to, or it's 1/18 scale, I guess, technically. But, you know, if that's what you're after, then it seems like... What was that?
I don't know. You just made her.
How did I make Alexa go off?
I will stop her. Alexa.
It like started playing. It started playing music out of nowhere.
It started playing something called Quakes After 90.
Nicole said it started playing something called like Quakes After 90. I don't know what that means. Okay, we're getting the threaded inserts installed here. Suki's ordering cat treats. Yeah, Suki is. I mean, it kind of it plays, but Chief is the one who likes treats. Suki doesn't really seem to care.
She doesn't even. She like looks at him and walks away from him.
Yeah, like you cannot bribe her with anything.
There we go. It's a ghost. Corridor RC Crawlers. First time I've been here for a live. Welcome.
Thank you for joining.
Our house is haunted, yes. West Desert Willers here. How come no portal on the rear of a build called mullet?
It's it's a possibility in the future, maybe, but it's the mullet name doesn't come from that, and
Matt Conley. Nicole, my daughter Michaela just came in the room, noticed you on the TV, and screamed, "The lady is on. Tell her hi for me." So hi from Michaela. Hi to Michaela.
The lady is on.
Yes, that obnoxious lady.
I think you just come on here just so that someone calls you a lady. Okay. See?
My friends like me. They think I'm a lady.
What's the best way to get... Oh, ow, I have a knot in my hair. What's the best way to get glued in accessories out of a hard body?
Ooh. Fire? No, but for real, I guess it depends.
Josh's wife, Sookie's a lady.
I'm not the best person to ask for that. I have a tendency to use the wrong adhesive removers on things at times. So, yeah. Goo Gone is better than Goof Off. Goof Off is aggressive. Don't use that one.
Right, we have...
Unless you have to. And
Oh, hi.
Which one is this?
Chief. I have to say, whoever thought about the threaded inserts, it's a good idea.
That was me.
Installed the Vanquish VFD lightweight gears in the truck last night. Everything dropped in super smooth. Let's see. What's worse, wrong adhesive remover or screwing up a clear coat on your printed boat?
Ah. I mean, they both, you know what, they sound... I think the adhesive on the boat is worse. By far. Can't even believe how somebody would be able to do that.
What happened?
Matt was doing like an epoxy coat on his boat.
We're not talking about that.
And he, you know how epoxies, you mix two halves?
Yeah.
He didn't really mix two halves, right? So it stayed sticky forever.
Oh. UV wouldn't cure it?
Nothing.
Oh.
He tried all the things.
Swoof says Goo Gone is safe with Lexan. Your thing is just...
Is it Wiggin? Mm-hmm. That is bad news. I do not like to hear that. Not what I'm looking.
Is the servo on the 4 dice worth upgrading?
Yeah. Yep. It's a basic RTR servo, so it gets the job done, but it's nothing special. So yeah, upgrading that's always nice.
I bought this truck used and can't stand the terrible paint job, so I need to strip it and redo it. RC 4-wheel drive hard body.
I mean, sanding is safe. You know, so if you want to do it just in a safe method, try sanding. Otherwise, there's like super clean and all those options, and you know, those will work, but you could melt your body.
People have lots of good
super clean.
Hard body, use oven cleaner, soak off nail polish remover.
Yeah.
Paint over it.
Just
citrus strip. There we go.
So, I've heard of all of those. Just be careful. You can melt a body.
My freshly built VFD twin has a faint clicky noise. Any suggestions before I take it apart?
I've seen it before. I've seen it be something that you can just kind of fiddle with and reassemble and it fixes. I've seen ones where it didn't necessarily fix it, and I couldn't figure out a way to diagnose it for them. So, seen it both ways, which I understand is of very little help to you.
Okay. Well, I think there's probably a better resource.
You would think. it's really, it can be weird. There's just a lot of things happening in there.
Yeah. Oh God, Bubba, you scared the. Come here. I'm sorry. I was like, what is grabbing me?
Yeah, he does that to me while I'm editing. I'll reach up and just be like.
Oh my goodness. You are
What's up,
no
Bubs?
help, but we still love you. Thanks for always answering our questions in great detail.
Yeah.
Currently going through firefighter and EMT training. Awesome.
What's up, dude?
Hi, Bubba. What are you doing? God. You just can't be by yourself, can you?
Can I help you?
No, you're good.
Is this just the most convenient place you could find at the moment?
Yeah.
Because your tail is really, really in the way.
Do you have the VFD click? Sorry, bud. What do you do for that?
Like I said, it's not something I run into often, but I have seen it, and I've seen it where I just disassembled it and reassembled it, and it was fine.
Okay.
There's not like a thing that I've ever found to be wrong that has caused something to just stop or start clicking.
Right.
See, Chi thinks it's good.
No, he doesn't. He won't even drink it. He was just sniffing the can. Let's see.
I could have swore I put those screws in already.
Oh, gee. Mama loves you. Tony would like to know, how's the cup holder?
Yes. I just need to remember to bring it for you. Nicole will remind me now.
What is
Remind
it?
me to bring Tony's cup holder for his RV that I 3D printed.
Nice. What is your reaction on the word Toyota Leafs tracks?
Sounds silly and useless, like something Matt would build. We all know that is true.
Is FSMRC any good?
FSM? Finnegan Speed and Marine?
I don't know. He didn't type it. He just gave me that.
I think you probably mean FMS, most likely. They make some good looking models. I've never owned one of them that I thought was necessarily built all that well or performed that well. But
if you want a tank, get a damn tank. Well, there's Mike J. Finally. We missed him too. Stepped away and came back just in time to see ass. This only cats now. His word is banned for life from this channel. When they said what was it, you know.
right.
Jeremiah Salver says, do I need a bamboo carbon?
I mean, it's always nice.
It seems to be all the rage.
They sure print pretty well. Actually, I was installing the bump stops, but then I thought.
I find it funny that we all swoon, myself included, over the cat taking over the screen. I mean,
Something interesting to
I
watch
get
for
it.
once.
Like,
That's better than the other one.
yeah.
Do I install?
The little FMS monster truck has honestly impressed me.
Yeah, I had the FCX24, and the problem with the FCX24 is just that I'm not necessarily like overly jazzed on 24 scale stuff. So even if it was a good one, I'm still like, eh. But it's just because it's 24 scale stuff, and some people really like 24 scales. I'm just not that guy.
If this channel switched from RC to cats, the audience would not change.
Yeah, that's fine.
Meh. Yes, Josh is back to 100. Aren't you?
What's that mean?
Somebody asked if you're back to 100.
Yeah.
Thanks for answering Sean Collins' question this morning.
Hey, no problem.
Carl Master, the good old RC Cola in the background. Yeah. Found that at the Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree, Dollar General.
I don't know.
Dollar something.
I think it costs more than $1 though.
The dollar holler.
Excuse me. I learned today that a pet cat will eat your entire head within a day after you die. I feel like that's like a urban legend, right?
I've heard people that I would think are people who should be saying things fairly accurately say that. But a day seems quick. Like, I don't feel like ours have the ambition to do that.
No, they don't even eat a fly.
But it's probably because they're well fed most of the time.
I mean, if I'm dead, what do I care?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, eat my head. Cool. Keep you alive. Neat. Ooh, now they're getting questiony. Do you run Shift RC servos?
I've got Shift RC in the robot over my right shoulder there, and my Sportsman right there. I think those both have the GT3's in them.
So I've never owned a 3D printer. I have no idea where to begin. I see you and Matt talking up that bamboo. Is that a realistic place to start for a newbie that has absolutely no clue?
Tell you what, if you're a newbie who has absolutely no clue, like, it's one of the best places to start, because it's just like set it and forget it type thing. You know, a lot of people are like, I get it. A lot of people don't. They just like, I want to start cheap, because, you know, maybe they've got a little bit more time to be able to fiddle with stuff, and they can, you know, they can swap the price discount for not having to learn everything themselves. But if you have the extra, you buy that thing, and you really don't have to do much other than just like hit print, and it just does it. Like, there's no tuning, nothing. You just print and then walk away.
Buy once, cry once.
Yeah. So, you know, that's, everyone's got different mentalities for things and all that. But I can recommend it for that reason, and not feel guilty in the slightest about doing so.
I still need that 2JZ with post holes.
Yes, you do. Do I have this screw? Definitely put one screw in the wrong hole. I'm also not using all of the stainless hardware that it came with, which I should have done in the first place, but
okay. I was always told we're too poor to buy cheap. I like that. I really like that.
I don't know that I've ever heard that.
I like
but
it.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm obsessed with buy it for life. Not that I ever buy anything ever, but like,
You should buy it for life. The
Reddit, like, and on there, and they like tell you like what, you know.
Like, if you buy this, it will last forever.
Right. That's why I have you for my explainer. Will the Incision VS410 Phoenix Series 2 light kit work on the 4 dies?
Yep, and we'll drop right in.
Queensland scale crawlers. All right, I need to leave. I got a flight to catch in 2 hours and haven't packed yet.
I got plenty of time.
Yeah. Josh just got home to find a failed 10-hour print on my Prusa for the 4 dice. I'm sorry, Eric.
Dang it.
Do they make carbon fiber drive shaft drag slashes?
For a drag slash?
Wait, what? Do they make carbon fiber drive shafts for drag slashes? If so, are they any good?
I don't know of any. I've never seen any. One time I've seen carbon fiber drive shafts have been for like Armas, for like speed run stuff. So it does not sound like something I'm aware of. Well, it for sure isn't. Why do I have an extra bearing? Fart.
Oh, Nicole Wink has a new friend.
It's not
She's
there.
a little orange
Oh,
and
it's on the
fluffy.
outside.
Her name is Clementine.
Clementine?
She's fluffy. Oh, I love it. What did you think of your Maxis Trepador 1.9? It's gonna put a set on your moon buggy? Question mark.
No, I'm not. They're super tall, which I don't. It's okay. I don't really know if I love a super tall tire on a 1.9. Like, you can have a tall tire like that, and it can still be a scale tire. But say you're at like, let's see, 40. It said 4.9. So 42 divided by 4.9 is 8.5 something.
What do you order me for?
42
I don't
divided
even
by
remember what numbers you just
4.9.
said.
8.57. So 8.57 scale. So if you put that on a 1.9 rim, so you take 8.57 times 1.9. So say you're scaling that to a 42. The wheel scales to a 16, which is lame. It needs to be a 2.2. 4.9 on a 2.2 would be cool. Excuse me. If I divide that back by 1.9. So 8.5 times 2.2. That would scale to an 18-inch wheel is all. So, like, that's perfect. You know, granted, a 20 would be cooler. But.
Nicole looks like the math meme. What's the math meme?
I don't know, actually.
Oh, God.
But.
Hi from Australia. When you're designing a new vehicle, are you already thinking about how you can modify it? Yeah.
Kind of. Like, you know, there's only certain things that are feasible in a kit. So.
I'm just waiting to see where this is going.
What?
This one. It's not spam, but it's been a few interesting. Here we go. But I'm kind of just.
That could be spam. I'm not sure.
I just kind of want to see where it goes.
I'm sure you do.
like,
I'm kind of invested in this too.
I mean, I don't. Yeah. I feel like Proline is giving us more tires we don't want than J Concept's giving us more bodies we won't use.
I mean, I'm not saying that Proline isn't.
So are you saying that the new tires need to be a 2.9 inch rim? Or 2.9 rim, sorry, not 9 inch.
Not 2.9, 2.2. Well, maybe. Let's see what it would be. 8.5, we'll do 20 divided by 8.57. Should be 2.3. So 2.2 would do.
Seabass 1979, thank you for your donation. Glad to see you're still alive. I thought for sure when Matt said BRX02, leaf springs, Endura tracks, and hard body, your head exploded.
Pretty freaking close.
Yeah.
But it exploded harder in this week's What's on the Bench when he started talking about all of the drift stuff. The only thing that kept my head from actually exploding was the fact that it was RWB Porsche. So I'm okay again. He brought me back with the RWB.
So they're not Endura.
AliExpress.
Same.
But at least it's RWB Porsche. So that's still pretty cool.
Drift King. I'm currently doing a BS4 10 build with a Proline 400 body for autism awareness. Have you ever done an autism awareness build? Just curious.
No, not themed that way.
Turquoise or purple? Ooh, both.
Yeah. Well, no, you got to pick one or the other. But I'm kind of leaning towards turquoise.
Yeah. I love turquoise. I mean, purple's my favorite color, but I like turquoise as well.
Yeah. So, all right. Front axle.
Huzzah 3, thank you for your donation. He said do a poll for him. Here is for your new rock socks to go with rock jocks. Just need some curry stickers at Josh. Do you sand or liquid layer the carbon before sanding?
Ooh. Go back out to that. Josh, do you sand or liquid layer the carbon? You mean like on my forged carbon stuff? I don't know what liquid layer means, but I wet sand. If that's what you mean. Or do you mean like an maybe you mean an overlay. Because yeah, I have done that. I did that on the Hackalack because I did the gold flake in it to be extra classy.
Buck Dandy says turquoise, and so it should be. I wonder if his wife ever gets on here and like watches this chat and is like,
Why are you talking in the third person?
who are you? Like, who do you think you are?
He's like, listen, I have an internet presence to keep up. You think he yells at her during it? Like he feels super important?
No.
He's like, listen, I'm the president over here.
I'm the mayor of Harleytown. Okay? My wife does not care at all. I know. I know.
As she shouldn't.
Okay, I don't know.
Does it seem...
I mean, it's not, like, out of control, so I'm just like...
just watching along?
Just, yeah.
Is that... What is this?
Oh, we got hacked.
That was weird. My Skype never goes off.
And that was...
Huh.
The president of Harleyopia.
That sounds way classier. I like that. Like, let's go with that one.
Gunner, my meat. Oh, man. God damn it. Gets sticky. Thanks for your donation. Holy crap. Hello, Nicole. Nice to see you. See you in next Saturday. See you next Saturday. Hope to see everyone else too. Tonight's code, hashtag ASD2023. Cannot wait. Velocity Addiction. Also, thank you for your donation. Clementine Pick and Josh's Graham. Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
thank you. And gonna see you two next Saturday. She'll be there Friday as well. Right? Are you only coming up Saturday? You come up Friday and Saturday.
Probably both.
Yeah.
Oh man, whatever you just turned off made the audio so much better.
I haven't done anything.
I don't know what turquoise is. Come on. Google.
Teal. It's teal.
Yeah. Where do we send mail for mail call? You can send it to Vanquish. Do a poll.
I was just going to... So... That would be... That's turquoise.
You can't really tell. Turquoise is the stone that they use in like Native American jewelry,
There you go.
right?
Turquoise, purple. That's turquoise? What that?
Yes.
Can't say I'm real well versed in jewelry.
Light bluish green. Oh my gosh. Dr. President Legend Buck Dandy. But Buck Dandy can't just change his name and now can't change it for 60 days. So no president of Harleyopia for a while. Will you do a poll?
For what? Matt? Purple versus...
Turquoise. And if you guys don't know what turquoise is, go look at your kid's Crayola box. Or Google it. Yeah, turquoise looks great in Miami color scheme, but yes, Miami Dolphins are turquoise, yeah? And orange. What are we painting?
That look right? Close enough.
Alex spelled it that way.
I'm an engineer, not a typist. Spellerist.
Oh, it's 50-50. Third choice, Matt's hat is weird. Aw. Oh, mods can create polls? Well,
Oh, well, shit.
let's not tell them that.
Boy,
actually.
howdy.
Never mind. Oh, Racing Case 87. Ouch. Yeah. We don't want to talk about them Chiefs tonight.
Ooh. That was... You know what happened?
What?
I watched the second half.
Josh,
I'm
I get
I,
2 hours a week with you. Like, that I get to do my own thing with you, and you have to watch a football game, and that's it. Like, I could make you watch baseball. Right, like, come on.
no, you could not.
Well. Now I can't take off Friday, so just Saturday for me, said Gunner.
Oh.
Right.
Damn it.
see. That being his 2 choices is sad, really.
Those are good choices for... Well, and he's also choosing between those 2 because there's 2 really good options of RWBs that were done in those 2 colors.
Yeah, I know Kelsey did her. Hey, pair of G's here. Josh buys Vanquish tools. Which VP kit is your favorite?
Which kit? The Pro. 100%.
Baseball's America's pastime because you fall. No, I love watching baseball.
Nobody loves watching baseball.
I do. Especially with the pitch clock and the no balking and stuff. Like, it's fantastic. It goes so. Well, Matt's turquoise is up 2%. Monday night could be the same for me. Hopefully the Bills come through.
The memes today were like,
I can't.
Like, Patrick Mahomes has the worst record in the NFL. He's averaging 1 pick 6 per game.
Pearl white with purple RWB stripe.
White just doesn't look good on video. You gotta go with a good color.
Gaia. Yes, baseball had rule changes this season, but it's almost the end of the season, so.
And nobody noticed.
I did. And I liked them. White doesn't look good on Lexan. What is RWB? Isn't it
It's
red, white, and blue?
Ralphus.
What were we?
He's a guy who does customizing of Porsches in really wild ways.
At least you're on the Jays as your home team. Did you do Rawelt the Griff?
Yeah.
Cool.
You gotta say it with like and
So possibly, maybe there might be a coffee trailer up at Autism at the crawl. Whoever would do that would be a genius.
Oh.
And make a ton of money.
Put them next to my tent.
There we go. Really wide booty. This is what I like. Come up. What were we trying to come up with in Fort Collins?
I don't remember.
It was something. My origin body is pearl white bottom with candy chrome looking. Ooh, pretty. Oh, real wide booty. Real wide booty Porsches have the widest of booties. You know, guys.
They do. Like, that's a thing, but Nicole's looking for some creativity and originality here.
Right? What are we talking about again?
Porsches.
Oh. I don't care about Porsches. Oh, every RWB Porsche also has a name and a unique one-off body kit.
Excuse me.
My Honda had a unique one-off body kit. Didn't it?
It did.
No Delrain strips planned for this, I take?
No, they're way too small. Just like there never was for the SCX2. Just the size of these, the hardware that would be needed would be ridiculous. So, like, no, it's not even reasonable.
Our good friend Paul, thank you for your donation. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Josh, checking in from the trail. Awesome. Counting the days to pro lines. So much to get ready.
Isn't it so freaking hot down there, Paul?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Howdy, all. Hey, Josh, are we going to get the new Riot wheels in aluminum? Really liking the detailed features on the hashtag not rock jock axles.
No.
Ooh, turquoise purple wheels. Wait, rarely with babes. Yes. Randy whipped butter. I love it. Huzzah, thank you. Serious, Nicole. When is the new HD shirts and matte style hat coming out to beat SGB from getting them? And yes, epoxy cover to fill holes before sanding.
Yes. I do need to do more of the epoxy coats on top. And it's something that I do. I need to get the overlay or laminating resin, though. I think that the resin that I have that's for infusion or whatever, not as ideal for that type of application. So I need to order some more resin.
Rude little boys. He also makes up the names on the spot. A bunch are named from posters or drinks that were in the shop while they built the car.
That may. I know
The
how
thing when
that
you
goes.
order an RWB is that you have to fly Naki out to actually build it for at least 2 weeks so he can hand make the body kit. This all just sounds crazy.
You learned something though, huh?
Yeah.
You feel good now?
It's probably not ever information that I will use in my lifetime again.
No?
Nah, probably not.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I mean, usually my I like to go with like the unknown Porsche body artists.
Yeah. Not the mainstream guys.
Right. Right.
I get that.
Yeah. So. Yep. Hey, Josh and Matt, am I Matt? I'm building my first 3D printed body for the TRX4. What would you guys use for windows?
Lexan sheet.
You can also...
Or PETG is easy to work with as well.
You also have to supply Naki with 14 cartons of cigarettes so he can chain smoke while he works. That's amazing.
Yeah. Nicole's back in.
Yeah. Round whistling bubbles. Okay.
Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles.
Huh. Yeah.
What?
I'm just thinking about round whistling bubbles.
You're so deep in thought.
Nicole equals Matt. Matt equals Matt too. Casey Crawler says I read that as round whistling buttholes.
Yeah, I mean, bubbles, bubbles, bubbles.
Nicole's a trendsetter, not a follower. Yeah. Right? Can I see a close-up of that RC Porsche? No. Not right now.
After I get this axle reassembled.
I need an NHB, Nicole Honda body kit. It's called a drone.
And it was really just some custom body work on one door. More so than the whole vehicle. But
Yeah.
I don't know that I could ever repeat it, so it was definitely one off.
Oh, which one of y'all is Matt? The bearded one or the redhead? Luke Thomas, I just finished a paint job on a hard body. Awesome. Congrats. I love it. This light.
I know. It hadn't stayed flickering forever.
I came in here.
So it's time. It's time that it goes.
Yeah, it's giving me a seizure. Does the NBK come with the stop sign installed in the bumper?
Does it be
I don't know.
Nicole body kit installed in the bumper?
Oh, man. I have never hit a stop sign.
You've hit poles
I mean, probably.
with the bumper of the Jeep.
That was 100% your fault.
What?
I had like 103-degree fever that day, and you had to make me go get gas for you.
What? No
Yes.
way!
And that is
There
why
is
I hit it.
no
That is
way.
why I hit it. I swear.
I made you go get gas.
Yeah.
I've never made you go
I
get
know
gas
it was
ever.
a weird day, and I had a like 103-degree fever, and I like did not. I was delirious, and I like hit that pole, and I was like, I don't even care.
What?
Like, yeah. I like hit it, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't notice, and be like, what happened?
I have never made you go get gas.
I know, but like this day, I'm just telling you, like this.
I think you're having a fever dream about what happened.
Royal Wombat Ballroom. If you can use wombat in a sentence, I'm happy for you. I mean, I like it. I feel like I'm being the way I'm saying things tonight sounds very rude, but I'm not being rude. Like, I may have sideswiped a shopping cart rack. Oh man, I know I've hit some shit.
Oh, so we were going to get breakfast this morning, and there was fucking wild turkeys in the parking lot. And I didn't even kind of hit the brakes. And Fam was losing his mind. Like, it was fully under the vehicle. Like, I don't care. I'm not braking for wild turkeys. Like, he was losing his mind.
Don't tell people you like home like you.
It walked away.
Oh.
Like, I didn't care what happened specifically, but get out of the goddamn parking lot.
Oh, I mean,
Urban turkeys are the weirdest thing.
it's so weird.
Like, we don't have urban turkeys in the Midwest.
No.
Like, no, I will break for a squirrel, but not a turkey.
Wow.
I do not like wild turkeys. Sacramento is urban now? Around my office.
Very, yes. Yeah.
I didn't speed up, but I did not slow down. I just kept that thing like, hey, if you're in my way when I get there, it's not my fault. You had an opportunity and sneak up on it.
They're the worst.
They freaking are.
They're the worst. Like, they're so weird. I told random winching babies. That's a good one. I love that. Yes. Yeah. But like, no, God, I hate them. They're so dumb.
Because turkeys are known for their common sense. Like, in the Midwest, they're like a hard bird to hunt. You know,
Not really.
you go out there and you sit in the woods super still with crazy camouflage and you wait for one to walk up really close to you so that you can kill it with a bow.
When we were doing that rail bike thing, we did like this like electric bicycle on the rail tracks with my nephew, and we saw a bunch of turkeys in the field, and I told him that his name. I asked him if he knew his name, and he was like, no. And I was like, his name's Lunch. And then he went into this whole thing about, oh, is his brother named Dinner and his mom's named Breakfast and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, so I had to go through this whole conversation and, like, trying not to, not to make him think about my smart ass comment. Like, because that's what they used to name cows. Like, people my dad worked with, like, they would have, and they would name it like sausage or
Patty.
Yeah, patty.
Yeah, exactly.
Or,
Burger, patty. Like, yeah.
Oh my god. Have you seen the one where the turkey jumps out of the big rig and gets hit by a car on the highway? Oh my god.
Yeah, because it came through the windshield of the big rig.
Thomas Bialzak, thank you for your donation. What weighs 40 pounds, tastes good with gravy, and naps under Josh's car? I had a groundhog once try to attack me while cycling, hissing and chase my foot, which was locked into my pedal. Oh my god.
Freak.
A groundhog?
Groundhog?
Wow.
Sounds like a rabbit.
Yeah.
I've never heard of an aggressive groundhog.
Me neither. Your thing is just spinning so much tonight.
What's spinning?
The screen.
Oh, yeah, but we're not dropping frames. I don't know if it's
Huh.
actually an issue or not.
I don't know if it's an issue either.
You're an issue. What are we having for dinner?
Best part of the Big Rig video. Well, didn't make it very far.
Yeah.
Crispy Bacon is the only pit name. I don't know. What do you want?
Greek?
I feel like there's some stupid dad joke coming.
There's literally not.
Okay.
No. I've been on a roll with really good dad jokes lately.
Oh, you think so? Yeah.
Like, I've had some good ones.
You didn't think so?
Some absolute head shakers. She just
TRX4 Sport versus Base Camp for a total beginner trail rig.
Base Camp. TRX4 Sports, I mean, they're super robust. Like, they really are. Like, one of the most unbreakable cars in a lot of ways. But they're not great performers. They're top heavy, and they don't steer, and you're not going to be able to make them steer. They're still a great car. Don't get me wrong. But if you're going, like, in the end, if you're going to go towards performance with it, get the Base Camp. That is my recommendation. Oh, you know what? I did want pho really bad. But she doesn't like that. She's not going to order it. So, this project, I feel like with how the cage has been going, all that, I think we're going to be in good shape. I was very wrong with my initial thought process because I thought that ASD was this weekend. So I thought I was a whole week short on time. And then turns out, we got lots of time. And now I might have this done for ASD, or done enough, and then can finish up the details. The deets, as the kids call it, by Proline by the Fire. There we go. Pivot balls replaced. Did you switch to Incision drive shafts, or are those stock? I did switch these out. Last week, I did some work on the transmission. I put on like the metal motor plate, the lightweight gears, a number of things like that, and the Incision drive shafts at that time. This is not the budget build. Trust me. Trust me. We would have already exceeded our total for the whole thing. But in reality, I'm just trying to get these parts used so that I can sneak them in later on when I get my recycling week. Let's see. Where is our long screw? Is it this one? Negative. Do I reuse this one? Too long. I know I saw the screw I needed. I just don't know what I... Where did I... Put this one in there for now. Oh, what in the base camp is going on here? That'll hold position for now. So that, get this guy down here. Are you planning on bringing any truck to RC Excitement in October? Currently, that whole trip is still up in the air. I feel like I may be overbooking myself. If I do end up there, I don't know how I will survive exactly, because then we'll see. It's still a possibility, but I'm less. I feel like I'm already tired for the whole month, but we shall see. Okay. We got one link and 2 shocks. Put our tires back on. And we're going to be axle swapped. After that, I'm going to do a little bit of tear down on this so that I can get ready for the sliders and such. Oh, I also have the bumper build I can show you guys, because it should look pretty cool, but I haven't tabbed it all together yet. Because I got all the parts laser cut, and now we just the bumper doesn't really need fixtures to be assembled. I should have done that before I did the lower links. Let's redo that. Just to make it easier on myself. Boom. That cat is yelling at Nicole so much. I just got trust my 6s, haven't sold it though. The SCX6. Wrong one. Wrong one. Okay. Well, let's throw our hex on this side so I don't lose that little spacer.
I ordered your dinner.
Oh, you did already, huh? Wow, look at you.
No.
Can you say hi to my wife Tracy and daughter Sarah? Hello, Tracy and Sarah. Thank you for joining. Or at least allowing your husband and dad to join. Nicole is obviously trying to be sly and slink out of here early. Okay, we got one more to do. I'm going to pull that lower link off. You absolutely don't have to do it without the link off. It's just so much easier. Go. Turquoise one, like Buck Dandy said. It didn't win by much. 57%. Let's see. That 56-43 right there at the end. Nicole can only tolerate so long. Yeah, sounds about right. Especially when I'm like actually working on something. What am I building? I am working on my 4 dice, which I just swapped on the new HD44 axles. This is my latest build. So, of course, all the fun, cool new stuff is the I don't have to justify anything for a build cost or any of that, so I can just throw it all at it, as one would say. Ooh, there's that. Why not use high clearance links for it? I don't really care for high clearance links. I don't think that they look all that great. And on a straight axle, it's not something that I'm necessarily that into. With the drive shaft location, things like that. Yeah, in general, like unless it's a comp build with portals and kind of set up that way, you won't really ever see me running high clearance links. So, especially on just like a regular scale truck. Not my style. Will this truck make it to AAC? Yes, it will make it there. So now we got all the leftover hardware and parts. Oh, please. Go. All right. Clean some of this stuff up. No, won't need too much of it right now. Any chance VP will make a class 3 starter kit F10's trans drive shafts? I mean, something like that, that's kind of too little in a package. It needs to be more of like a full package to make something like that make sense. Like, the thing is like, there's not as many builders like that as you think. Hey Josh, I was in Harbor Freight today, and you can guess what I bought? Ready for those radio STLs. Oh my God. If you want them, you can have them. You can message me through my website or Instagram, and I'll give you the STLs. Ridiculous. So, this is the start of the cage. You can see that it's got the Pro Mod or funny car styled hoop. Of course, I still have to do the bracing, so it'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think one over here, 5 more little tube braces. So that's the plan for that. It's pretty close, but fits the body perfectly. Because it was all done with jigs and designs. Can't help but love it. These are the tops of the slider. So this will sit down on like towards the chassis, and it's got a hole there and one back here. So the chassis just sits in it just like that. Well, there's actually a slot here on the back side and a slot on the back of the cage. So gotta get it to the right spot, and it should click itself in place. Come on. Oh, too far down. Yeah. I think this is like a 16th proud. Yeah. Maybe a 16th. On one side, yeah. I forgot to put the little tab on this side. So this one just goes like that. That one's about a 16th proud as well. But it's okay. A little bit of influence on that, and it'll be perfect. But that's part of the slider. So I got to pull the rest of that slider off. Because... where's my X-Acto? There it is. These over here. Flinging rubber bands around. So these little standoffs tab into the slider like so. Well, actually, so I've got these pieces here. Come on, off of it. So these jigs, it says passenger side. So this piece will go, and it bolts right. Passenger side, yes, goes that way. So this will sit there. I need to screw it in place. Good news is I got all kinds of hardware sitting around that I haven't thrown in the trash yet. So that jig will bolt on in place there. Then these pieces will go into the slider, and well, it snaps in place currently, but it's meant to have a screw in it. One on each side. So you can see that now. So you got one that goes there, one that goes there, and then they're ready to get TIG welded across the top, right there on each side. But that's only a small portion of the puzzle. These are the plates that go against the chassis rails, and they go to the inside of this. So there's a tab on the front side there. So same on both. And that'll key into that. So it tabs in, where's that? There and there. So it's held on now. So we can put another screw there. Josh, how many feet of tubing do you use in the cage? I have 6 feet of chromoly tubing from Scale Metal Supplies left over. You'll probably need about 15 feet. 12 to 15 total. I have a link for the tubing I have recommended in the group, Eric. So there's that. Now we have the outside, which is over here. Okay. So this is our outside skin to the slider, which will make sense shortly. In there. We'll loosen this one. There you go. Now it's in place. So, sick. All right, here is the full slider design. This is what will support our cage. It'll weld right in place there. This is the side that goes to the chassis there. And then this is the outside skin. This, even though it's way inside here, and that's because this design is made to use the outer skin to the stock slider. So I'll take this part off. So we'll still get the stock slider, the body retaining, the slidability of the plastic and all with this. Now, one thing that I did forget to do was put the inserts in there or go through that. But I sized them for PEM nuts, but I don't have PEM nuts and I didn't have them pre-installed. I remember all of that now. I know that I have everything that PEM. Yeah, Ben, I meant to like go through and have PEM nuts installed in these beforehand. But I'm going to have to do the other style. So I know I have them. Let's see how close my hole size is. I'm going to ASD. Yes, I will be at ASD. So, no, we're going to have to drill. That's okay. So, this is the size that I will be using, or the thing that I will be. It's this little insert here. It's got an M3 thread inside. You put it on this little guy, thread it on the end. It's called like a riv nut, or there's multiple names, but riv nut is what I've always called them. But you put it on there, you put it through, and then you squeeze it and it pulls it in. So nice replaceable thread if anything were to happen. But I am going to have to drill these a couple of sizes bigger, one size bigger, whatever it is, and just use that. So nut zert, riv nut, yes. Hopefully the riv nut tool has an M3. Yes, this is M3 on there now. That's what these are, M3. So long story not so long, but that's going to be our slider design. Now, this big area here underneath, like where this jig currently is all just kind of open. But the idea is that I'm going to use that compartment to be like my receiver box compartment, and I'll have a 3D printed design that covers it and makes it nice and smooth. But once it's all said and done, we'll have this slick little slider design that supports our cage, uses the stock outer skid or outer slider design, and gives us all like the mounting points for our interior and all of those things. So yeah, I like it. I think it's going to work great. Other than my sometimes I think about how I want it designed, and I just go, and I forget to get that detail. I had to move so fast with this one because the deadline for Proline by the Fire, the self-imposed unreasonable deadline that I made for myself. I dropped that somewhere. I'm sure we'll find it. Okay, so might as well assemble the other side of this while we're at it. Driver's side will go that way. Yep. Where's that? There's that. I do love 3D printed fixtures though. One side. This is... No, wait. I put it on backwards. Who designs this junk? Okay. I love how the parts just click into the fixtures. Holds everything perfectly. I don't think Nicole's coming back. No, I think you're right, Buck Dandy. Loosely tight. Okay. That. They're just so good. The nice thing is you get to weld up these sliders off the chassis, then they'll just drop right onto the chassis. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. So other than my 2 total mess ups at this point, or 2 mess ups total is what I meant to say on this build, things are going well. The first one being that I forgot to put this little tab on this side, and then the other one being that I forgot to have the PEM nuts inserted into the sliders. We're good though. Could be worse. But sliders are ready to be welded up. 1 slider, 2 slider. Loosely tight. Is that like jumbo shrimp? Exactly. It's exactly like it. What a great song. Buck Dandy sings it to himself often. Oh, all the time. So I sing it all the time. Now, the rear bumper. This thing I'm actually super pumped for. Let's see if I did it right. Now, it won't really stay together on its own, I don't think. So I may still have to make a jig, but we'll see. It should still kind of assemble itself. Are you going to get one of the Marvel manufacturing tube chassis? I don't know that I'll get one. As much as I love tube chassis, I'll probably work more on my own. But Marvel is building this one alongside of us. He joined that group. So it's been fun watching him. He's been building with the like the 3D printed jig methods that I've been putting out there. He's been using that. It's been fun to message back and forth with him. So, my bank account is screaming at me this week. Yeah, Casey Crawler, who's one of the guys in the build, he joined the build and just got all of the tools to join as well. He got an X1 carbon, even though he had other 3D printers. He got a TIG, a bottle, all the supplies. He went all out right away. Okay. So, bumper pieces. Which could pull that rear bumper off. Maybe I'll do that. I'll show you guys on the truck. Yeah. Okay. I am eventually pulling out the whole rear cross brace, and we're replacing it with our own design. Did I pull that out? I did, but it didn't come out. Josh, I'm taking apart a VP aluminum trans, and it has a bubble sticker on the case half. Still going strong. Nice. Yeah, you don't see those as often. Stopping in to say Outlaw Farmer. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so these are the rear bumper supports. They're going to go on from the side. Actually, I don't know if I can put this in without taking that whole thing out. Can I? Yes, maybe. Maybe. Okay, so no, we can't. We got to take that out completely. It's okay. I still want to see it on there, so we're still going to do it. Are the upper links smaller than the lower links and the Fordyce? Yep, the upper links are the smaller diameter now. There, just something to, you know, they're not going to be of any extra stress up there. Also, your links are always necking down to that diameter, so you're not gaining any strength by going to that, by going to the larger diameter there. So it was one of those things like an easy change to help a little bit, and helps with everything from cost to clearance to weight up high. Okay, swing this guy around. Oh, forgot the front little guy. And shock tower. So now we can pull out that rear brace completely. There we go. And we can attach my rear bumper design now. How does Fordyce compare to other RTRs such as TRX4 Sport or the Basecamp? I think that it'll outperform both of those without any concern. I think the VFD is the best transmission you can get in a scale crawler. Like, there is not a better transmission to me. Puts everything super low. Everything about this this car in general performs the way that I want a car to perform. That's why this is my favorite car. Is it embarrassing story time yet? Brett, did you miss my embarrassing story on Wednesday of how I hurt myself? Because that was a fun time. Shoot. Oh, thank you. There we go. So there is that guy. Don't necessarily need to put both on there because, well, I mean, I could weld it in place. I did miss it live, but rewatched it. Yeah. You know, every once in a while a shop accident happens and makes you feel a little bad, but you move on. Persevere. I don't think any of them have ever hurt my pride as much as the throat punch of the truck on the bench in here that night. Not live, thankfully. Okay, get things squared up by putting both screws in it at least. We don't have to tighten them both down. But so anyway, this is going to have a bit of an upswept rear section. Then we've got two. So this piece here goes on the bottom about like that. So this is why I say it might not hold itself together, is because it goes like that. So you can see, right? It's going to be hard to keep these together without some tape of some sort. And then I've got another one that goes from the top. Ooh, those two I can keep in place. I know exactly how to do that. Okay. Un momento, por favor. Will this reach? Nope. Need the longer. Yes, perfect. I lined up those holes on perfect. On purpose is the word. We can't over tighten this because it will bend sheet metal down. That's perfect. That's perfect. So these shocks are kind of a pain in the butt, but lucky for us, we have more send cut send parts. So these are what will be our shock mounts, but also they're going to tie into tube work. So they're there to make our life easier for shock mounting and still tie into all this cage work. Hold, please. I see rib nuts in the rear of the frame to bolt that on. So that might all kind of tie into that battery thing I was telling you guys about in the group, Casey Crawler. So not likely any need for rib nuts, but it'll either be just regular nuts or some of the structure that we are going to have back there that will probably be printed. So I can bolt this back on here shortly. Yes. Ooh, I don't have my spacer box in here. It's out in the garage. So we'll just loosely install these for now. Be okay. All right. Close enough for now. I'll get the other side done. I can probably glue this in here, or glue it, tape it for now. And this will go back here. So, I'll give you guys an idea. But the rear bumper, so there'll be a tube above and below this panel. So there'll be a tube that goes down here that bridges between those two laser cut parts, and one that goes above that get brazed to that. So it'll have this kind of nice fabricated trophy truck look to the whole thing. I think it's going to look sick as. I'm super pumped with how that came out. So the rear tube is going to go along the top of this, and then it bends down, and it gets accepted into these. Can you see it right there? Right, that little indent there. It'll drop right in, and then it'll get brazed, welded to this, probably from the inside in a few spots, and then it'll get brazed to this. So that whole rear will all get tied together unnecessarily. I mean, you probably could just leave that rear floating, but I probably won't. I'll probably braze it all together. So, ooh, it even stays for a second. Let's get that rear shock mount put on. I feel like I might end up welding these in place here, so it's far enough away from everything else that's going to get real hot. So yeah. Dale C, thank you, sir. Wreckfest tonight seems like a good night to do so. We'll see. I don't know that I can stay awake tonight. Even after my 27-minute power nap. Let's do this. Yeah, you do have that heat absorbing clay stuff. Yes, the wet rag heat blocking putty. Even though I don't know that I'll need it. That. I mean, I won't leave the shocks on there. I'll take the wheels off, stuff like that, but can't think of a single thing that could go wrong. Okay. But, yes. All right. Got all that cleared off. We got the rear of the chassis getting close. Now, obviously, we've got the bed frame back here, and that is no longer going to work, obviously. But that's okay, because if you can believe it, there's more parts from Sencut Sent. And this part is going to be a little bit more of a, what would you call it? Experiment. But I think that there will be enough there for me to make it work no matter what. So we got that, and then I got these here. Where's your 5mm Craftsman? I have it. It's just sometimes when you gotta like hold it in there in a position, you need the needle nose. All right, so how did I do this now? I think it goes this way. Yeah. And this, so this piece here keys into the back side of this part. So it sits back here. This goes right there. And if you look, you can see that there is a, come on, you can see that there's a tube profile. Of course it doesn't want to focus where I want it to focus, but see that tube profile on top of the shock rail, but below the top bar of this, that's where the rail in the bed will go. So it'll tie into that. This ties in there. And this then goes on top of it about like this and back here. It's real hard to hold all this shit in one place. So the good news is that all this will get a jig. So it'll all hold it in place itself. But that'll give me the top rail to mount the body sides with these two things. And then from there, I'll make some other bracketry that will kind of play off of other areas so that I can support the that bottom corner there, probably maybe something up this way, and I've got options. We'll make it happen, and it'll all work. Famous last words. But the good news is that the bumper looks right. Josh, are you gonna put Lambo doors on it like the truck? Yeah. I mean, I think Lambo doors are still sweet. But the I'm so happy with this rear bumper design. That came out so sick. I think all that trussing back there, that'll all look great with some mesh. A little bit of fancy trans cooler looking thing back there. Something like that. Josh, are you using 1/16 or 1/32 diameter TIG wire? 1/16 diameter silicon bronze. So not regular TIG wire. Silicon bronze specifically works so well. So it's actually TIG brazing, not TIG welding. But if you're doing this type of stuff, it makes your life so much easier. It makes things go. That's why these joints have like a slight gold or bronze tinge to them. So you can see it in a number of spots. That's just because it's silicon bronze. So I TIG weld it, and then I have a wire wheel in my drill press, and then I just polish them out like that, and the joints come out pretty well. This joint here is a little bulky. How do I block that so you see it? I don't know. It's hard to see, but there's a little too much filler in there. It's a little too like fat. So what I'll do is I use the same PCB cutter bit that I've got for carbon fiber, and I put that in my little Dremel, and you can just kind of grind it away real easily. It's not very aggressive, and I can take that down to just the way that I want. And it makes it so much. Any reason for the fancy wire versus a more standard MIG wire? Oh, absolutely. So if you're using MIG wire, you still have to get your, or TIG. Oh, either way. A lot of people use like 030 MIG wire as their filler when TIG welding, or you can use a standard TIG wire. But there's 100% of reason. If you're using that, you have to get your base metal to above the melting point or the molten point, red hot of steel, which is 2,700 degrees. It's like 2,700 or 2,400 degrees, somewhere right in there. So welding is when you get the metal to a molten and you flow in this filler material. But again, you have to get your base metal that hot. If you're using silicon bronze, it melts at like 1,700 degrees. So you only have to get everything hot enough for that to melt, and you can flow it around, and then it will make the bond for your joint. So you're not getting things nearly as hot, especially when you're dealing with thin wall steel tubing. You can easily like blow out the wall. You can just melt away part of it. It's gone. So if you do this method, it's technically called TIG brazing, because you're keeping your base metal below the melting point or molten point of it. And for that reason, it makes joints easier. You can flow them. So yeah, if you've ever wondered, soldering, like your regular, any type of soldering is done at less than 800 degrees. If you're dealing with anything over 800 degrees, you're technically brazing. And then brazing happens between 800 degrees and below the molten point of your base metal. So depending on what your base metal is the definition of brazing changes. But as long as you're not getting it, your base metal molten, and you're above 800 degrees, you're technically brazing. Science. Those C's or F's? Those are F's. Yeah. Those are F's. Yeah. Definitely the base metal temperatures. I'm pretty sure that's F throughout. So, yeah. Yeah. I just JB Weld like an expert. Yeah. Hey, JB Weld comes in clutch. Are you going to make a video like you did on the Hack-A-Lack from start to finish one build? I really enjoyed that. Yep, that is the same plan that I've got going for this one. You'll see it start to finish. One vidya. Josh, I had to talk with my kid to not bash responses like in the boat video. Fortunately, I don't understand nerds, so bear with him. He's the one that mostly watches. I'd have to check what video. I don't know what video that is specifically. Get some Swiss files for doing detail work like that on that overbuilt. Swiss files. I'll check that out. I'm not familiar with the term Swiss file. C's or F's. My high school life in a nutshell. But I'm pretty stoked with my rear bumper. I'm going to keep saying that until, well, who knows until when. But that just came out. Oh, one of my unattached bumper screws came out. That just came out how it almost came out like it looked in CAD. Amazing. But to be able to just tab together like that, and I mean, that's the easiest cool bumper I've ever built. Bumpers suck to build. They really do. Every time I have to build a bumper, you get standoffs and that like gets you part of the way there, but then you gotta like figure like, this one is right up my alley. And it's designed so that it will sit right in the proper position to protect the bed. Can I get it on there with, no, I can't. With the bed and the body still, I can't make it fit properly. But those bumpers, those rear two bumpers should sit right behind the body. Just front bumper too. It's a hope, but it is not a design yet, as you may know, racing case. It was one of those things like, I don't have a design done for that yet, and I need to get these things sent to Send Cut Send. So we made do with what we had. Front bumper, I know that this one will work well. So for now, I'm like, that's fine. We'll stay with it. I like it. But the rear, since it was going to tie into the tube work, I needed to make sure that was done. That was kind of my determining factor. Oh, I need to disassemble the... I need to disassemble this stuff because it's got to go. It's got to go so we can bolt on our sliders after they're welded together. How much will you be selling them for? So the whole premise for this thing is that like I designed all these jigs, all the laser cut parts, all of that, and what I did was I had a bunch of guys who expressed interest, and then they bought the files for, or they, I don't really buy that. How did it work? So I charged people $100, and we did it through Discord. I post all the files for like the STLs of all the bending fixtures and jigs. And then they have a link that they can go purchase all of the send, cut, send stuff through them directly. So there's nothing I ship or anything like that. I just upload files, they download, they build. And a number of the guys are basically right here at the same step as I am. So they're cooking along normally. And the goal is that after I'm done and all the files are created, then I'll be able to sell just as one package deal. Just like, here's the thing. I'd be curious to see how you create those indexing tabs in Fusion 360. Yeah, Ben. I do a 1/4 of a millimeter offset in all directions. So 0.5 millimeter tolerance total for the slot width versus the width of the actual material. But yeah, 1/4 of a millimeter is, and you can see daylight through there, but not so much that it's loose. It kind of gives it that snap fit still. And, you know, like that one, you can see it's all sucked to one side. So all 0.5 millimeter is shown down there at the bottom. But a 1/4 of a millimeter just seems like a really reasonable fit. Something you can count on a laser being that accurate and not having any issues. More than anything, it just gives me like a 0.5 millimeter of fudge room while I'm fabricating, which isn't a lot. But with the jigs and stuff like that, you can hold a pretty tight tolerance with this stuff. Tight enough, at least. So, finally made it to the live. I'm usually putting the kids to bed around this time. I get that. That's it is, especially if you're on the East Coast. Not me. I'm still trying to print the templates. Eric was a late entry. I agree. Why do you use millimeter instead of inches? Because the metric system is superior. And it just makes so much more sense when dealing with this little stuff. Yeah. Millimeter all the things. I like it. I don't really have an excuse beyond that. The metric system is the bestric system. I do have this piece left. That was my last piece of send, cut, send material. And this will fit right there. Bing, bang, pow. Sweet. So that'll fit right in there. And the only purpose of this is just to give me mounting positions for things like my dash and such. It just is so much easier than welding on body nuts. Oh, just everything. I always measure everything in millimeters. Way more impressive. Fractions are hard for some. Yeah, they do. Fractions suck. About half. Then why are screws and baker's kits standard? That's a different reason. It's only the wheels. There's a few other little places, but pretty much it's the wheels. And that's kind of for scale style and thread strength, and it's something that's not going to change. Like, if I'm just measuring stuff, I'm going metric. So yeah, there's a look at currently where this build sits. And it makes me feel so much better about everything. I think that This is going to be pretty simple. This is a single bend. So this goes back one bend and it'll dive in. So set it in there, get it tied in, cut to length. It'll all get welded on. I don't have any cross bracing in here, but other than the front piece. And I am a little concerned about that with the shocks there, but I don't think I think with the battery setup that I haven't really talked about specifically, but once it's all done, it may come into play with it as well. Standard Harbor Vanquish drives me crazy. You see, you just have to understand the benefits of it in certain places. That's the way that it is supposed to be. It's got to be for style and strength. Then, oh, that's my... Did it fix itself? Oof. I really hope I don't have to buy a expensive new camera. Yeah, there we go. Back, sort of, I know. Oof. The fact that it's doing it on its own now scares me. I don't like that. I knew his show was CGI. This is all CGI. But, is it overheating? No, it's the HDMI output. The camera's never overheated on me, luckily, but the HDMI output's got a little wiggle to it. I've got a HDMI clamp on it. I've got a cable support that I 3D printed and held. Let's hope. Cameras are expensive, and I don't want to buy a new one. Anyway, all right, but I should get the special battery connectors Monday. Oh, good deal, Eric. Yeah, they're that'll be good. 3 beers in and 1 body cut. Mini HDMI is just a disappointing connection. That is absolutely true, Alex. Maybe it's the LVC. All right, I'm calling it for the night, folks. I appreciate everybody for joining. It's a good Friday night. Yeah, hope you all have a good weekend. Stay productive. And this thing's gonna look like this thing's gonna look freaking cool next week. I'm excited for ASD. It'll be ready to rip. Anyway, I hope all of you have a good weekend, and I'll see you Tuesday, unless there's anything else I have to do later.